Hello everyone and welcome back to IAM Technos. Today's video is a full hands-on tutorial on how to enable cross-account access using IAM roles. In the last video, we saw how to access a service like an S3 bucket from an EC2 instance within the same account using IAM roles. But sometimes there might be a scenario where a user in a development account needs to access resources such as an S3 bucket in a production account. You don't have to create individual IAM users in each account, and users don't have to sign out of one account and sign into another just to access resources in a different AWS account. Instead, you can create an IAM role in the production account that grants access to the S3 bucket and then allow users in the development account to assume that role. So that whenever a user makes a request, AWS internally makes an API call to the IAM role, which returns temporary credentials. Using these credentials, the user can then access the Amazon S3 bucket. Now let's see the whole thing in action with the hands-on demo. We'll start by creating an IAM user in the development account, followed by an S3 bucket in the production account. Next, we will create an IAM role in the production account and configure the development account as a trusted entity. This role will have permissions limited to read and write access for the S3 bucket we created. Then we will grant the IAM user in the development account the necessary permissions to assume that role. Once everything is set up, the user will be able to access the S3 bucket in the production account by switching to the role. I have logged in into two different AWS accounts. One is development account in a normal browser window, and the other is the production account opened in private window to avoid account overlap. Before we proceed, copy the development and production account IDs into Notepad as shown here. You can find your account IDs under the account name drop-down menu. Please note that displaying account IDs is not a best practice. However, if I hide the account IDs, it might confuse you. So I'm keeping them visible for demonstration purposes only. Please avoid exposing your account IDs in real-world scenarios or production environments. Now let's start by creating an IAM user in the development account. Navigate to IAM using the search bar. In the left panel, click Users, then click the Create User button. Enter a unique name for the IAM user, for example, dev user 1. Check AWS Management Console access to enable Create an IAM user and set a custom password. Disable the required password reset on first login option, then click Next. For now, I'm not assigning any permissions to this user, so click Next again, review all the settings, and click Create User. Make sure to store the username and password in Notepad, or you can download the CSV file. Then click on Return to Users List. Now let's create an S3 bucket in the production account. Open the production account. In the AWS console, type S3 in the search bar and select it from the results. On the S3 dashboard, click the Create Bucket button. Enter a globally unique name, for example, prod account demo bucket. You can use today's date in the name to make it unique. Leave the other options as default and click Create Bucket. Now in the same account flow, let's create an IAM role in the production account and specify the development account as a trusted entity. We will also attach S3 permissions so that anyone granted permission to assume this role can read and write to the S3 buckets. Go to production account. In a new tab, type IAM in the search bar and select it. In the left navigation pane, click Roles and then select Create Role. Since this is a cross-account access scenario, choose AWS account under Trusted Entity Type. Scroll down and select another AWS account. Then open your Notepad, copy the development account ID and paste it as a trusted entity. Click Next. Under Permissions Policy, search for Amazon S3 Full Access. In fact, you can create a custom policy if you need more fine-grained control, but for this demonstration, I'm keeping it simple. So select the policy and click Next. Give the role a meaningful name such as Cross Account S3 Access Role. Review the settings, scroll down and click Create Role. Now click on the role we created, copy the role name into Notepad, and also link user to switch roles. Now let's allow the development account user to assume the role. Go to development account and select the IAM user we created earlier. Under the permissions tab, click add permissions and select create inline policy. Choose JSON in the policy editor and paste the following code. Make sure you replace the product account ID and product account role name with the actual production account ID and role name. This policy allows the IAM user to assume a role named cross account S3 access role in the production account. And this is a crucial step in enabling the cross account access. Scroll down and click Next. Give the policy a meaningful name such as assume S3 access role policy and click Create Policy. Finally, if this user needs to access an S3 bucket in the production account, they can do so using the switch role option. To do this, the user must log in using their own credentials. And to understand this step, you should be familiar with IAM users. If you are new to this, please watch the video linked in the description before proceeding. So go to Security Credentials, copy the console sign-in link, open a new tab and paste it. The development account ID is already populated. From your notepad, copy the username and password and click Sign In. Now, when you logged in as an IAM user, you will see the username followed by the account ID displayed as account name. Now, there are two ways to switch roles and access the S3 bucket. One is click on the account name at the top right and select switch role. You will be prompted to enter the production account ID and an IAM role name. Retrieve these details from your notepad and you can fill them in. Another way is if your administrator has provided a pre-configured switch role link, open it in a new tab. The production account ID and the IAM role name will be auto-filled. So you can simply scroll down and click switch role. Once you switch role, you will see account name updated to the IAM role name followed by production account ID. This confirms that the user successfully assumed the role. Now you can go to S3 service from the search bar and can access the designated bucket. Okay, and of course upload the files and do other activities as well. And that's how you enable secure cross-account access to an S3 bucket using the IAM roles in AWS. This approach eliminates the need to create separate IAM users in each account and ensures centralized, manageable access control using the role assumption. By following this method, you maintain the principle of least privilege, keep your accounts isolated, and improve the security posture of your AWS account. Now, as a part of cleanup, go to production account, select the S3 bucket, and delete it by entering the bucket name. Next, go to IAM console, locate the IAM role and delete it. Okay. Then in the development account, select the IAM user and click delete and confirm the action when prompted. That's it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and happy learning.